Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube variety channel, Miss Linda C. Jones. And standing before you is the wonderful, amazing, extraordinary, talented, local New Orleans entrepreneur, Mr. Mark Suberville, who is just an overflowing valve of positivity, injecting soul and spirit into my historic hometown and his historic hometown of New Orleans, Louisiana. I'm going to hand it over to Mark, but I'm just so excited to say that I'll be singing Miss Linda C. Jones along with Mr. and Mrs. Quasar, and Blazin will be performing for you from 5:30 to 7 on Saturday. But I really want Mark to take it over and talk about this entire exciting event that I just can't wait for. Mark, take it away.
Well, thank you. I hope we can live up to some of those descriptions there, and I appreciate that. But we have a wonderful, small, intimate event coming up on Saturday, March 29th from 12 to 7, and it's called Porch Sipping. It's part of our summer music series at Norjo's, and we're going to do these every month. And this first one is Porch Sipping, which means that we're going to be sitting out on the porch, sipping all these wonderful wines, and having a good time, listening to some music, some wonderful singers, Miss Linda C. Jones, and
thank you,
and also having some really great food. So some of the food that we're going to have is a lot of sort of small plate appetizers, and I think it's sort of a part of the outdoor experience of sitting around and just eating and drinking and listening to music. I mean, that's what we do here, right? And so we're going to have arancini with the cheese and the meat. And we're going to have these fried ravioli, which are really amazing. We have grilled artichoke with some toppings on it. We're going to have crawfish cakes.
Ooh. Crawfish
cakes that we do on top of our cheese bowl pasta this weekend. But we're going to have those. We have even escargot and carpaccio. So we have all sorts of really cool things there. I'm even forgetting all the things that we have, actually. We got so much on there. Some bruschetta, just everything you can imagine that would go great with these wines. You can just sit there and eat and drink and have a good time. So that's what we're doing this weekend. We have one coming up each month, so stay tuned. Kind of follow us on Facebook, and you'll see all the activities we have coming up. And I think that obviously we've been without live music for a long time, and of course it's starting to come back around the city. We always have done it, but I think now it's even more important. Thank you guys, appreciate it. All right, bye-bye. And so we, again, this is the first one that we've got, and we'll also be doing a wine tasting from within that event, doing a wine tasting from 1 to 5 as well. So,
wow.
So I have some wines that you can taste and sample. So that's what we do here. It's a lot of fun. And the neighborhood if you're in the neighborhood, you can just walk on over and have a good time. And it's long enough, I think, where everybody will have time to kind of come through and have some fun to sit down and just enjoy it. So,
well, I'm looking forward to it. And as I've said before, I am a perpetual promoter of the local New Orleans entrepreneur, and you, my friend, and your family, your wife, your entire family. Yeah. You all are some of my all-time favorite entrepreneurs, and as everyone can see, look at this amazing place. It's literally like you've stepped into Italy. I mean, in my own neighborhood, I can have a European experience. Now, I want to give some love to the other musician who's going to perform. So, Mark, the time frame of the entire event begins when?
12 o'clock.
12.
And it'll end at 7, roughly.
At 7.
And believe me, if we're still hanging out having fun, we're not going to shut it down.
Amen.
But so Rob Davis, he plays with a lot of bands locally. Very talented guy. Will be here on his piano, and he'll be playing from 12 to roughly 5:15. And he also played at our St. Joseph event that we did here when we had the altar here.
Oh, wow.
And, the altar float.
The altar float.
The altar float. Big difference between an altar and an altar float. But the float was from the St. Joseph Society, and they came out. Of course, he played, and we had a lot of fun with that. So we're looking to do the same thing with him again. And then the ones coming up over the next few months, you just got to stay tuned for those. We got some pretty interesting, fun little party events that we're going to be doing.
Well, I can't wait. So he's going to be till about 5:15, and then myself, Mrs. Alice Quasar, her husband, Mr. Chris Quasar, and also your nephew Blazin will be performing from 5:30 to 7 live with a myriad of musical styles. We had a blast performing here for your big cheesy Christmas party. We ended up with a gig that's kind of one of the sad gigs, but it's a must on the day of St. Joseph's. We missed that so much, but we had to take care of that. So we can't wait. It was a funeral gig we had to do, so we can't wait to get back to this happy event. Although we are happy to do those because it gives peace to people. But we're also happy to do this.
Music can revive and soothe the soul all in the same time, you know?
Amen.
And I think that's why, you know, and I don't care if it's just a piano player playing music, if you really can hear that and just kind of, and it fits into the vibe of your, what you're doing right then and there, which is, in this case, eating and drinking, it's, that combination kind of helps to heal, and I think that's what it's always done. You know, I remember after Katrina, there was no music. There was no music. I remember coming back home and it was just like quiet. And I remember being out of town. Maybe if you ever travel out of town and you just kind of walk around, there's no music.
Yes.
Nowhere. And it's just, and you wonder like, no, why? What is wrong with this place? I'm like, it's because there's no music. Even in the store, when the music's not playing, it's a different vibe. So music is there for that purpose, I think, and that's another thing that we're trying to accomplish with these events.
Well, so true, Mark. And you know, I wish I would have known you back then, because when I returned home from Hurricane Katrina, I was thinking the same thing as you. So I went to my boss at St. Francis and I'm like, Father T, he was my boss at the time then. I said, may I please do a concert? And he goes, well, what are you going to call it? I said, the post-Katrina healing tour.
Absolutely.
So we did a big old concert with tons of musicians. So had I known you, your wife, your whole family would have been invited.
That's right.
But, you know, God meant for us to all connect. Thank you for what you said about the musicians. So right here at Norjo's, Metairie, Louisiana, in the greater metropolitan area of our historic hometown of New Orleans, this coming Saturday, May the 29th, from 1 to 7 p.m. 12 to 7 p.m. And just one more time about the awesome wine tasting and food.
So we have some great vendors that kind of curate a lot of these unique wines from Italy, and that's what we carry here. We try not to carry anything that's too normal.
Amen.
If that makes sense.
Why be normal?
You know,
exactly.
I mean, you know, and so we want to have something different and good, and it's a high quality product that we seek out. And there's usually a story behind the majority of these wines too, which I really like, because you know it's kind of funny. They're coming from small villages over there to the small village of New Orleans, and that's kind of a nice little connection that we have there. And I like that.
That is so awesome. And you know, Mark, an interview with you and myself would not be complete without me mentioning I found out one of my favorite movies is also yours, Moonstruck. And so on top of all the wonderful things that I said that I mean with all my heart because they're true, you embody not only the spirit of entrepreneurship in New Orleans, but family. And so as they said in Moonstruck, a la familia. Nothing can replace the family, Loretta. Well, any final words?
No, I think that, look, you know, we're getting back to normal, and you know, I'm glad that everyone's sort of getting out, about, and
living life the way we're supposed to.
We're supposed to live it. Yes, that's how it's supposed to be. And I think connecting with old school roots like this place is going to help that process as well. And so that's why we do what we do. You know?
I'm so blessed to live in the neighborhood. I'm so grateful, and I'm blessed for you and your family and the Norjo's family. And I just want to let everybody know we'll be live streaming our concert, advertising it at variations at points from 5:30 to 7, and I can't wait.
It's gonna be fun.
I can't wait. So thank you, Mark.
No problem.
And any final words?
Nope, just hope to see you there.
Okay, we will be there.
Ciao, y'all.
Ciao,
Y'all.
y'all.